can't like buy things to give to the children.
Clothes and toys and lots of other stuff for other kids in Massachusetts that don't have a lot.
Well, I was looking for a place to take my daughter, Sam, who was 8 at the time, to volunteer, and there really aren't a lot of places you can take children to volunteer. I was looking for maybe a food pantry or something where, there was a simple task that she could do. And I was reading in a parents magazine from the South Shore I read about Cradles to Crayons, so I decided to take her in here.
The first time I came here, I was 8, and I realized that, somebody told me that the average age of a homeless kid is 8. So that really got me interested, because I was the same age as most of the homeless kids in the Boston area. And that was just that pretty much was what got me into it.
And it affected me as well, to think that, there are so many children in this state that are homeless. We came in and he had us packing up clothing for children. So we would make up these packs and we would do 7 outfits. And we asked, well, why 7 outfits? And he said, well, most of these people don't have washing machines, and it's just not something you think about. This is enough clothing for a child for a week who's in a homeless shelter or, in foster care or wherever the child is.
We have 2 parts to our mission. The first part is providing everyday essentials to children living in low-income situations. We served last year 35,000 children, so it seems like a big number, but when you look against the total need just in our state alone, we're only scratching the surface of that need.
So this is what we do. We create kid packs, and we have partners that are social service agencies that place orders on behalf of individual children. And all of the items that are in this package have been donated by families around the greater Boston area. They've come to us from schools, from churches, from temples, from corporations. They have then been sorted, inspected, sized, cleaned, and then shopped for, so that they end up in this package, which will be collected by one of our partners.
We serve kids from birth to age 3, kids that are born with developmental delays of some sort, or some kind of disability, or who are at risk. And the families we serve live in Dorchester, South Boston, Mattapan, Roxbury, South End. So about 80% of the families we serve are really living in poverty. And a lot of the kids really have no toys, like none, no books, no toys. So it's just been wonderful for us to have Cradles to Crayons, because toys are the way kids learn. I have about 30 staff that work with the families, so they place orders for specific children. So each one of these bags is for a very real child, and I'm going from here back to my office. I'm going to unload it all, and then Monday morning when the staff come in, they'll take these things to the kids, deliver them, and to the families. So
the second part is to hopefully begin to build a foundation for lasting change by providing volunteer activities for thousands of youth and adults to do every year.
I wanted to have my children be introduced to the magic of giving back to the community in a way that wasn't something that would be scary for them. And this is something that the way we sort of look at it, our family, is kids helping kids and being part of a team. And we've now gotten both of our schools involved, which they weren't before, and that's been just a wonderful part of our volunteering here at Cradles. What do we have you guys do at home?
Get toys.
Yeah, so what do we do? What do we collect?
Like, toys.
Toys and some books
Yeah.
and some clothes that we've grown out of. And we put them in bins in our house, and we try and get, donate a box every month to Cradles of things that we want to share with other people. I think the most powerful message I can send is, if you haven't been to Cradles or you haven't had an opportunity to volunteer as a family, run, don't walk. Get out there and do it. It is one of the most rewarding things I can remember ever doing in my life.
Obviously, people want their children to understand what it means to give to the community. And the lesson that my kids took away has been so funny. They think that volunteering is like one of the funnest things you can do. And I really didn't expect that that was going to be the result, but we'll take it. It's something that it's so fabulous for them to have it in their life at a young age, where they make decisions about what to do with their time, whether they come in and help out or they, play Xbox games. And we try to do a balance, because, it's not like anybody's free time should, is always going to be here, but...
You get a good feeling when you do it, and life can be so stressful. I have a job where I have to wake up I have to be there at 5 in the morning, working at a golf course, and it's usually before the sun's even up, and then I'm usually up really late during the week doing homework and stuff. So that's really exhausting, and then you go in and just know that you're like helping someone out. It's just, it helps refresh you after such a long week.
I guess at the beginning of this year, when I came home from Cradles, I would take my sticker and put it on my door, and there was one for pretty much every time I've volunteered, almost. I've done it a little more times than this, but I like to keep them for a record of when I've been there, and just as a memory of all the volunteering I've done. I feel like when you're as well off as I am and all the kids at my school, it's sort of your duty to help the people who aren't as well off, just by chance. It's just, I guess, the way of the universe that some people get the things that they need and some people don't. So as creating like a balance in the universe, the people that do get what they need, sometimes in excess, need to balance it out by helping the people who don't get what they need. So.
And slippers. Look at that.
Okay, that's great. Yeah.
Oh, it's perfect.
Well, I want my children to see the other side and see that, they're very lucky, live in a nice home and they have everything that they need. And I want them to see that there's another side to the world and that they can actually help. They can actually do something, because they watch the news and they see all these terrible things that happen, and they actually come in here and can feel like they're making a difference, and that children can make a difference. It's not just adults that can do that. They don't have to wait till they grow up to make a difference. They can do it now. And I think they really feel that when they come in here.
I come here because I think it's fun to give kids the things that we have and that they don't have, and it'd be really cool if you could actually see their faces when they got the thing.
I like it most of all because, first of all, I can come and then I can bring my little sister, and I want to teach her how to give back to the community and share, not be selfish. Why do you want to volunteer?
To help other children.
I feel like I'm making a real difference here because I do such good work here that I really do feel like I'm making a difference when I put effort into it.
Learn a lot about what they really need and really how much how much kids are in need.
It really just touched a nerve of having two kids of my own and having that imaginative that they wouldn't have enough clothes. So it hits home, and it's so important because if children don't help children and people don't help people, You know, we can't make the world a better place.